The Swaarmoed Pass is located approximately 20 kilometers northeast of Ceres. The name translates from Afrikaans into heavy courage. The 16-kilometer-long Taart Pass descends 629 vertical meters from the summit at 1,212. It's the favorite access route to the snowfields on the highlands near Klondike and Erfdeel farms, the latter perhaps better known as Matroosberg, with a summit altitude of 2,249 meters. It's also the second highest peak in the Western Cape, with the highest one being the Severweeks Peak in the Swartberg range. The pass is well engineered, with gradients seldom exceeding 1 in 11, and it is suitable for all vehicles. It offers excellent views over the Warmbokkenveld and the vast plains of the Ceres Valley, surrounded by an amphitheater of rugged mountains. It does snow on this pass, and on the rare occasions that this happens, there will immediately be considerable traffic on the pass, and if snow coincides with a weekend, expect chaos as thousands of sightseers flock to the area to see the snow. This pass is also the main access route to get to Matroosberg, which is the most popular point to gain access to the snowfields and drive the Grade 3 4x4 route up to the Groothoek Canyon view site. The high plateau region of Swaarmoed is shared by two large farms. When approaching from the east via the Swaarmoed Pass, the first farm appears on the left, which is Erfdeel, and this is the farm that allows access to the well-known 4x4 route up Matroosberg. After another 3 kilometers, the entrance to the Klondike Cherry Farm makes its appearance on the left. This is also your marker for the eastern start and summit point of the Swaarmoed Pass. The first 1.5 kilometers has a very gentle descent gradient as the road begins descending through high-altitude orchards and pine trees, then enters the first of 29 bends, corners and curves. Be aware that this pass is frequented by very large trucks, often pulling long trailers and heavily laden. The prevalence of these trucks is much higher in the harvest season of February and March. Along this higher altitude section of the pass, the bends are wide and the gradients remain above 1 in 14, but at the 7-kilometer mark, things start getting a lot steeper. In addition, the bends pick up in frequency with much tighter arcs. The views also improve from this point onwards. On the left, the Lakenvlei Dam can be seen nestling amongst deeply incised cliffs. In winter time, when the mountains are snow-capped, this scene is spectacularly attractive and reminds one of Switzerland. Serried ranks of orchards dot the mountain slopes, and various farms can be identified from this height, whilst on the right, the heather and fynbos-clad slopes of the Winterberg mountain disappear skywards and out of sight. Around every corner the views change, and towards the 8-kilometer mark, the distant Warboomsberg appears majestically in front of you. There are certain points along this pass that offer views as wide as 270 degrees. From the 8-kilometer point, near an intersection, the more technical part of the pass starts with tighter bends and gradients of 1 in 11. The engineering on the pass is very good, and there are ample opportunities to overtake safely, providing you comply with the barrier line restrictions. It should also be noted that the pass is fairly dangerous for cyclists, as there are no safety shoulders. The cuttings become steeper here, and the views are predominantly to the south over the Ceres Valley. If you happen to be driving down this pass towards the end of the winter, the vista is of a huge patchwork of green farmlands dotted with hundreds of blue dams stretching from horizon to horizon. These farms produce vast quantities of deciduous fruit, as well as potatoes and onions. Ceres fruit juice is sold worldwide and is one of the main employers in the region. The valley offers an excellent climate with cold winters and moderately warm summers. During the drier summer months, the pass carries mainly traffic from the surrounding farming areas to Ceres, but when the winter snows arrive, things change dramatically. Throngs of sightseers arrive from all over the Cape to see the snow. For many it's a first-time experience touching the snow, and with the crowds come expectations, and for many the excitement of the day gets lost when they get stuck in gridlock traffic for many hours, with tailbacks stretching as far as Mitchell's Pass. At the 12.6 kilometer mark, the road sweeps through a 30-degree left-hand bend, revealing a long straight heading into the west-southwest. Be sure to watch part 2 of the Swaarmoed Pass.